Are you guys going to keep attacking Hillary Clinton at the nomination? I'm not attacking Hillary Clinton. I mean, if you're in the public eye and you do things, it will be critiqued. You know, people do need to be critiqued. So if and when that Hillary Clinton becomes the nominee, yes, she will continue to be criticized. If and when she were to become president, she will continue to be criticized. Why? Because this is not some, okay, we're all in this together, go blue, go dim club over here. If that's what you're looking for, you came to the wrong place.
If Bernie somehow becomes the nominee.
If and when Bernie becomes the nominee, he will continue to be criticized as well. I mean, like.
I do want us to do one thing though. If something happens and Bernie gets the nomination, I want us to start the hashtag Unite Blue LOL. Can we just do that? Can we just do that to all the people? I need that to happen.
Oh, it would be nice. That would feel nice.
The level of salt on Twitter would be so high. It would be great.
Oh yeah, I would hit him with you're gonna have to hold that.
Come on, guys, Unite Blue LOL. Come on.
Yeah, I understand the concern that people who support Secretary Clinton, I understand the paranoia and the fear that people have at the idea of a Trump presidency. Quite honestly, I still believe it's a lot better than Cruz, but that's a whole other conversation. But I'm not, just because you're afraid of Trump does not mean that I'm going to say nothing about what Hillary Clinton does or says. There are things that she does or that she says that I find that are wrong. There are things that people who support her say that I feel are wrong. The same way, and you all who support Bernie Sanders know, I've called out people amongst our own supporters as well as our candidate for things I didn't agree with either. I'm not going to bite my tongue because you have some need to create some sanitized version of reality because you want to prop up an imperfect candidate. If she has that many flaws, she should not be running. Am I concerned that people say you can't criticize her because she's the first woman president? My response to people like that is, supposedly feminists want to be treated the same as men, and yet when we're treated like men, we cry because people are being mean to us. No, that mentality sets us back, I don't know, 50, 60 years. So no, she gets it, and if you don't like her being talked about, you better go holler at people on your team because your candidate has a lot of issues. She has a lot of issues.
This is not. I was going to say this is not a. Yeah, it's not a beauty pageant, and this is not a sports team or something like that where you didn't get a ref didn't call something and you saw that they did it. It's like, oh, thank goodness they didn't call that. It's like, no, this is not what this is. That's not what this is. Because if she gets up there and she's deeply flawed, you have to understand that the light that you see her in is not the same light that everybody sees her in, and everybody's voting. So if she gets up there and she represents progressivism or the left ideology and she's absolutely terrible, what do you think that does for us 2018, 2020, 2022? That anybody that's not deeply involved in politics, that's really going to hurt us with those people that are in between. That's what makes the Republican Party viable, because we have terrible candidates or candidates that get up there and they don't govern very well. Like prosperity and things of that nature, those things are self-reinforcing. So if you get in there and times are prosperous and everybody feels it, they're going to attribute that to you. If you get in there and times are not prosperous, you don't do very much, or people have this sense that, nothing has changed and you promise change, or things are still rigged and all of that nonsense, anything negative, it's going to be put on you. And it's not just going to be put on you, it's going to be put on whatever ideology that you're associated with. And those people are now not going to vote for Democrat when we really need them to vote Democrat. Or whatever the left spectrum may be, they're going to picture Hillary Clinton and say, well, if that's the left, I'm not going to vote for that. It's like, well, she really isn't the left, and we don't need her to portray that. We don't need her to represent that. We need to have people representing what the left really is. And once you started kind of like putting your own ideology to the side and saying, I just have to support this because it's the left, you're really doing damage more than you're winning. Look at what happened under Barack Obama. We lost all across the nation. Democrats have been just getting destroyed everywhere. And that is basically because of that centrist rule. We can't keep voting for that and expect people in the middle to be able to keep looking at our candidates supposedly representing the left in good light when they rule terribly.
That's a great point. And with that, we have come to the end of our show for tonight. Just want to let everybody know that Ben will not be here next week, but we will have guest hosts. No, you will not have to look at me all week long, I promise. But we will be filling in with guest hosts throughout the week. Also, don't forget to check me out Tuesdays, 8 p.m. The Way, right here. And we have Project Sandy back next Thursday, 7 to 9. I'm going to let you guys get in some final closing thoughts, and then we're going to be out.
Bernie Sanders will be co-hosting the Benjamin Dixon Show next week. Confirmed.
Yeah, I'll be around. Maybe I'll get in on some of that guest hosting, and I'll be definitely around for Project Sanity on Thursday, 7 to 9. Catch me Progressive Green on Twitter if you want to just stay up to date with what I'm looking at. And Nis will be back next week. He should be back, and we have a great show lined up about democratic narratives. So should be very interesting.
Once again, on Monday, I believe we'll be doing an interview with Richard Charnan. He's a mathematician. I just want to kind of go over some of the data that I was speaking about with voting irregularities and comparing it to the exit polls and kind of just running some analysis on that and explaining to people what that means. So hopefully we'll have him on Monday at 7 o'clock Central. We'll just have him for a short show, so that'll be another special edition by Nick. Just be looking out for it. And remember what I just said about ideology and how other people see stuff. That's important.
That's awesome to hear, Nick. I've actually personally been looking forward to something like that. So knowing that you guys are being, I'll be tuned in for sure.
No, Nick is full of surprises. Solomon, final thoughts.
Just say
you already gave yours.
Just say glad to be back on, and hope maybe I can be a guest on next week as well. I hope we can get my spot ready so I can have my cam that next time. But it was really fun, and everyone should join me in hunting down YouTube clips for after the show, because apparently Rachel Maddow had a near nervous breakdown about this Bernie debate thing with Trump, and apparently it was amazing to watch. So I need to go find this.
I'm so over her.
She's just too treacherous for my liking.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is so much fun hanging out with my brothers, my PA brothers. Yeah. So just everybody, like, regardless of who you're supporting, stay active, stay engaged, and continue to really build and reach out to people in your area, because you don't just have the presidential election. Yes, it is important, but we have congressional races, we have state and local races, you have city council, you have county commissioners. There's so many levels to the process that we really need to be paying attention to. And if you're feeling the itch, if it's too late for this cycle, consider running in 2018. We need good people in office who are thinking about, representing the people first and foremost, and not necessarily kissing up to the donor class. So, appreciate you guys. Happy Thursday. Good night.